The snow here in the middle of autumn, not quite at winter yet. Get about an inch of snow today, but nothing on the ground expected for the game on Sunday. It's going to be cold though. The high will be about 28 degrees. We mentioned that to Russell Wilson and he said, no problem.
You know, they got so many heaters on the sideline. You got the gloves, you got the little heat packing in your pocket there, so it'll be all right. You know, I know it'll be cold. The question is how the ground will be, how the grass will be, if the ground will be frozen or not, depending on how cold it is. That's kind of thing that you have to get prepared for and make sure that you get your traction and making sure that you have your balance and everything you do.
So the cold won't be a factor, but the Kansas City Chiefs will.
This is a team that has closed in on a lot of areas to execute really well, and they're really good on third down. They're really good in short yard situations. They're really good in the passing game. They're the leading pass defense team in the NFL, are right there. They're just really well equipped, and this is one of the areas. Usually, you know. They're really quick to load it up down there. I mean, they like to make it hard on you to run. They don't care if you're in goal line personnel or not. They're going to send their big guys in. So, you know, that tends to direct the offense a little bit differently. But, you know, that's a great accomplishment for this late in the season.
Russell Wilson has been here before. He won the starting job in Game 3 of the preseason in 2012 at Arrowhead Stadium.
I always try to visualize success, and one of the things I thought about this morning was I was thinking, man, I'm going to Arrowhead, and I was like, oh yeah, I've played there before, you know. So a little different situation, you know, a preseason game, but you know, those are things that you try to remember. You try to remember what the stadium looked like. You try to remember, you know, how you got ready. You know, what was the process of it. That was my third. You know, that was the third preseason game. That was the game I started in, and it turned out really well for us, really good for us. And so, you know, I think that you try to rely on those things, and I also try to rely on the preparation throughout the week more than anything else. I try to rely on the teammates that I have and the coaching staff, and just trust that we're going to find a way. And we know it's going to be a battle. We know it's going to go down to the wire, and we expect that. And we expect to find a way to win.
The Chiefs have had great success running the football with Jamal Charles leading the way.
We got some great running backs. Jamal Charles, he's very shifty and quick, and if you give him some space, he'll make you pay for it. So our goal is to make sure we stay in our gaps and clog up the middle, and trying to make them bounce to the outside that where faster guys like Earl can come down and make the play. So we scheming on them this week, and I think we should shut down the run game.
They definitely believe in the run game. They got two great running backs with Charles and Niles Davis running the ball. Great perimeter guys. Make you miss if you give them the opportunity. We just got to, you know, get off blocks, get to the ball, have a lot of guys around game tackle, and not put it on one guy to make the tackle. And I think we'll be fine.
So far, Kansas City does not have a touchdown catch by a wide receiver yet this season, but their running backs and tight ends make up for that.
They have some explosive athletes. You know, obviously DeAnthony Thomas and Jamal Charles obviously have, you know, can go the distance at any time, and I think that's what they play to. You know, Kelsey's leading the league in yak, and they just get the guys the ball quickly in space, and they do something with it. You know, I think they trust their guys to make plays, and they trust them to get yards after the catch, and that's how they run their offense effectively.
You know, we take pride in that because, you know, usually tight ends line up against the linebackers, and so we know that's going to be our matchup, and we're going to emphasize it and just make sure we get the job done because those guys are their go-to guys. 87 and 80 look real good.
A little historical perspective for you. Remember, the Kansas City Chiefs played in the first Super Bowl back in 1967, lost to Vince Lombardi and the Packers 35-10. Kansas City star, look at that picture. That's GM John Schneider, who once worked for the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's homecoming for John Schneider. Kickoff 10 o'clock tomorrow. Chiefs and the Seahawks. I'm Tony Ventrella, Seahawks.com.